Hey guys, so on Instagram and TikTok, everybody's been sending me the same exact video and I had to address it. We need to talk about it because everyone has an opinion about it and it's obviously very important because I've received it about 50 times on Instagram and probably over 100 on TikTok. So let's watch it together. Okay, let's see here.
According to deputies, the driver of the truck was leaving a school, unaware that the dump truck's bed was upright. When it caught the power lines, it pulled down 12 poles with it.
This is a big problem, and it's only getting worse as truck owners are forced to hire less experienced drivers. Dump truck drivers who forget to lower their dump body or latch their tailgate when leaving a job cause tens of millions of dollars in damages to public infrastructure and personal property annually.
Well, there's a lot of things to unpack from this video, and it's pretty ridiculous if you think about it. So people leave their dump beds up, leave their boxes up, and hit things. You know, it seems to happen all the time. And honestly, I never laugh at people about it or make fun of them because I don't want karma to get me. But the thing is that before you leave a job site, well, realistically, you shouldn't ever have a chance to leave a job site with your box all the way in the air. You should be properly trained and you should know that you need to get out and check your tailgate and make sure that it's actually shut. And, you make sure that your PTO is shut off. I don't know. I guess the way that I do it is, unless I'm going to check the box to see if there's material stuck in it, which I usually only do that on the last round unless we're hauling something really sticky. My go-to is that as soon as I'm done dumping, I pull away from the pile and I drop the box all the way down. And before continuing on with what I'm doing, I turn the PTO off. I don't shut the tailgate because I pull up and I park, I get out and I walk around the truck and I make sure that the gate is actually closed and that there's no debris on the tailgate or, up on the hitch or anything like that, which is what you should be doing. You should be getting out every time you dump and checking. Basically when I get back in the truck, then I reach over and I shut the tailgate. There's lights on the switches, and I would imagine that there's red lights on the switches on those trucks too, so the tailgate being left open by accident, I don't know how that happens. The real problem with this video is that truck owners are not forced to hire inexperienced drivers. They refuse to pay good wages to their drivers, and their drivers end up either moving into a piece of equipment or moving into another position at another company. The way that truck drivers are treated in society, especially in construction, we're treated as if we are the lowest of the low and we're dirty and disgusting. And, if we actually had work ethic, we would get a real job. But no, we're just truck drivers, which is pretty disrespectful. I mean, how many times in the comments on my videos or on my other social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, whatever, people just call me a dumb truck driver and that isn't doing anything with their life, which is hilarious to me. And I laugh it off, but our society has not always, since I've been a truck driver, our society has treated truck drivers like garbage, like they are the lowest of the low and we don't deserve to make good money. I remember one time I was talking to a friend and he worked at Boeing, and I was really struggling to make ends meet. And this is back in 2015, 2016. I was a single mom. I had 2 kids and I had a roommate, but our house that we rented, it was $1,700 a month plus utilities, and it was an old house, so it's hard to heat or it's expensive to heat. And we had monthly utility bills over $700 multiple times. And I was really struggling, and I was hanging out with my friend, and he, he's college educated, super smart, super nice guy. And I don't think that he meant to be hurtful, but I just said, I was like, I don't know how I'm going to make it. I have to figure something out. I need, I need to work more hours. I need to make more money. I need to do something, like I just feel like my wage. And at the time, I think I was making $20 or $21 an hour. I was just like, yeah, I don't know how I'm going to support these kids on this wage. And he looked me dead in the eye and he said, well, I think that's more than you deserve to make as a truck driver. I just looked at him with my mouth open like, did you really just say that? Which blows my mind because nothing happens without trucks. Nothing. So we are the first ones into a job and the last ones out. We bring everything that you need to build whatever building that you're building, and we remove all the waste. We haul the equipment in and we haul it out. So I'm not really sure why society and the construction industry treats truck drivers like they're garbage, but you get a smart truck driver that works really hard and does a good job and, isn't likely to leave a job site with his box in the air, and you keep treating him like garbage and you keep his wage low, what makes you think that he's going to stay in this job? He's going to, realize that he can get out of the industry and do something else. If he's smart enough, he'll probably go, if he wants to be in construction still, he'll go get in a piece of equipment. And I'm not saying you have to be super smart to be an equipment operator. I'm just saying, like, if you're being treated like crap as a dump truck driver and you're not making very much money, you might as well go operate a piece of equipment and make a little bit more money. But anyways, yeah, so these company owners are absolutely not forced to hire poor or inexperienced workers. They are not. Their problem is that they choose to pay low wages. Therefore, good, experienced dump truck drivers do not want to work for them. That's it. That is the final, that is it. Because the thing is, if I had to go out and get another job right now and somebody was like, hey, we'll offer you $25 an hour to drive this dump truck, I would tell them, no, I'm not doing that. I have more experience than that. That's a wage you pay to somebody that's fresh out of truck driving school that needs to be trained. That is not a dump truck driver wage in this area at all. But I'm going to be honest, I had a friend who was out of a job in August, and I was looking for open jobs with him, just kind of scouring the internet, and there was multiple 2 years, 4 years experience required, and the wages were $27, $28 an hour. How is any grown person supposed to support themselves on $27, $28 an hour in Washington State? That is a joke. That is a complete joke. Okay, so now I'm done ranting. Gotta calm down. Yeah, I obviously, I don't want people crashing into things, and I want people to remember to put their boxes down and close their tailgates and be responsible truck drivers. That's super important to me. And one of the main things that I focus on in teaching new drivers, or when I meet new drivers, I let them know that society does not judge a dump truck driver as an individual. They judge a dump truck driver as the whole group. So you do something that makes dump truck drivers look bad, and you continue to do it over and over again, the view of dump truck drivers gets worse and worse. And it's already bad. We already get a bad rap. How many times do you see in local Facebook groups where people are complaining about dump trucks this, dump trucks that, when we're just out here doing our jobs? You weren't complaining when we were building your school, or maybe you were, I don't know. But basically, slowing down and paying attention to things like that, We all make mistakes, and I will never get down on anyone or accuse them of being a bad truck driver because they've made a handful of mistakes. And in your career, you know, especially if you do this a long time, you are going to make some mistakes. Leaving the job site or leaving a pit or whatever with the box up, that's unacceptable. The fact that you can't sense the difference in how the truck feels, you can't sense the difference in light, because when the box is up, there is a whole lot more light coming in right here. And then the most important thing is you're not looking in your mirrors. Because if you ever looked in your mirrors, which you should be staring at those babies like you're madly in love with them and you're only 15 years old, like your first girlfriend. Like you need to know what the heck is going on back there. And if you're not looking in your mirror and you can't see that your box is up, you just hang up your keys, buddy, because you shouldn't be in a truck at all. Any truck. Probably not even drive a car because you don't use your mirrors. That's about it. Okay, so I've vented and I've ranted, and the main takeaways are companies can afford to pay you more. They do not have to cap the wage at a super low rate, which is unreasonable for somebody who works hard and supports a company. I understand that wages are different all over the country. I fully understand that and I can accept that. But I would say really anything under $25 an hour for a dump truck driver is ridiculous. And the only reason that 25 would be okay is if you're living somewhere where you can buy a 3-bedroom house for $100 grand. You know, that's about it. So the wages do not have to be low. These companies are keeping them low on purpose. But yeah, so basically wages don't need to be as low as they are. And well, trucking rates shouldn't be as low as they are, especially with the cost of equipment. That's stupid. They're stupid low. And yeah, if you want to be a truck driver, use your mirrors. That's it. Just use them. That's what they're for. Stare into those babies like you're madly in love, because you need to know what's going on beside you and behind you just as much as you need to know what's going on in front of you. All right, well, I gotta go get my blood pressure down. So, okay, I'll calm down. I'm sorry. But if you guys are still watching at this point, after you let me rant on and on for, I don't even know how long I've been doing this now, 10 minutes, which is a long time, definitely go check out our store. We have a super awesome new shirt that I'm super excited about. It's got the Beyond Dirt logo on the front, and then on the back, it's got a cartoon version of BD1, and I freaking love it. I'm so excited about it. And maybe I'll put a picture right here so you guys can see it in all of its glory. But if you're interested, stop by our store. I'll link it in the description. And the best part is that if you live in the United States, it's free shipping. So the price is the price. You don't have to spend another extra $10 on shipping if you live in the United States. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. And if you have not yet, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.